just a single down to deep net on.
Still 45 runs off 16 balls, so they've got to keep going here, South Africa. They can't just do it with singles, of course. They have to hit boundaries and sixes.
Well, remember, they got one in the shed because Irwi has retired, so you may as well go for it. Go nice and hard and look for the boundaries. Swainpoel is 8 from 3. And I reckon from the shorter end, he's thinking to go airborne. This time it's through the offside and it's going to go for a very neat boundary. And I hate to say it, but that was a normal cover drive.
Well, they've actually persisted with a third man. I'm not sure why you would have a third man for Hamad. It's not like he's running in bowling back of a length. He's trying to get it up into the block hole, and sure enough, third man's now running around to cover. Horse is bolted.
Just keep putting him where the ball goes. It's a simple philosophy, Chris. Unfortunately, you've only got 4 fielders. That one's a wide and they'll get 2 for it. A little bit of swing that couldn't be controlled.
I'll tell you what, if that hadn't have been as wide, the only direction that was going was down the third man. I would have had a good chuckle.
He's just giving himself a chance here. He's on off stump. And this one is going to go the journey. That's the 6 that Swainpoel was looking for from the outset.
Oh, we're sniffing an upset, aren't we here? We had our money on Pakistan. They've been...
Hey, mate, come on. You didn't ask my opinion. Long way to go, and it's a long one that one's going. There's 2 in a row for Swainpoel, and Pakistan suddenly are under the pump.
Oh, this is going south quickly here for Pakistan. Hamad, probably the friendliest bowler in Pakistan. And has been dispatched, and look at that. Look at the celebrations coming from the South African group. They're loving this.
Well, he's got his length wrong these last 2. This time he's setting up outside leg stump. And therefore it goes down to third man, exactly where that lad was, and for 4 runs. And Chris Rogers is in hysterics.
I'd love to see cover now move around to third man.
It's good batting, that's for sure. What we've seen from Swainpoel is he started to move around in the crease. He set up on off stump, then he set up on leg stump, and Hamad is under the pump because everyone wants to tell him what to do.
This is where the brain trusts get together, but you have that sinking feeling, don't you? You know it's looking like it's going to end badly for you. What can you do? Got to try and get through this over with as little damage as possible, and then Sohail to bowl the last over. Hopefully he can produce some magic.
Well, there's 2 rocks to go, and let's see what we've got. That one is going to go to third man as well. In fact, that one's going to go maximum. Swainpoel's going to be out of here. And he has hit that for 6. And what an innings it's been. 34 from 8 deliveries. That has been, the ball has swung those last couple. And that gentlemen should hang your head in shame. You've got to catch those. He's having a good day. The boy, he runs at Lama Cricket Club. He should know better. He's got to take those catches.
Well, I hope he's not a coach there, because he can never abuse his players for dropping catches.
1 to go on the second last over. That should have gone in as clean as a whistle. And it's a dot ball to finish. A nice way to finish. And now the Hong Kong World Sixers 2017 will come down to the final over, where South Africa, needing 124 to win, needs 17 runs of 8 balls. Put your hand up, son. He's having a good day.
Just didn't catch the middle one, did he, Ryan?
Well, at least he didn't drop the beer. That's the most important thing. 1 over to go in the Sixers of 2017. I hope everyone's enjoyed the coverage. We've enjoyed bringing it to you. Sohail, the man for Pakistan, in fading light here at Kowloon Cricket Club. He's got 17 runs up his sleeve.
Well, in fact, if South Africa win this evening, they all go to equal joint holders. Of this competition, they will have won it 5 times, along with Pakistan and England.
It's Dry and Adams are the two batters. It's Sohail for Pakistan. 8 balls, 17 to win. The first one is long high, and would you believe it, it's 6 off the first one, and the Hublot sign was in danger.
Oh, what a shot. Khan left that one go as quick as he could, but it was in the hitting zone there. Adams, who's been brilliant. He's been my man, Ryan. He's getting the job done. I told you he would.
Well, let's see. This one is going to offside, and it could be out, and it is. A twist in the tail. Chris Rogers starts to talk, and wickets fall. A twist in the tail. And guess what? It's the main man, Sarel Irwi, strides out to bat for South Africa, hoping to finish the job.
Wonder if Sohail will give him a flat one.
Eleven runs to win. 6 balls remaining.
What do you do here if you're Cornet Dry? You just get off strike, or you just go for it?
You've got to get bat on ball here. Run it down to third man for 4. Or get bowled. That's a big appeal. It's all happening. That hit the stumps and the bails didn't come off.
Oh, this is incredible. If that ball had dislodged the bail, Irwi wouldn't have been on strike either. But look at this. It's just ricocheted through the legs onto the stumps, and those zinger bails haven't come off, have they?
Well, unbelievable. 10 to go, 5 balls remaining. Cyril Irwin has been outstanding. But can he finish the job for South Africa? Again, it's a brilliant delivery from Sohail, and they'll scamper a leg by. And things aren't getting easier for South Africa. The final has been a beauty. Swainpole was retired. He's next. He can still come in.
But you've got to swing now. There's no holding back.
Well, what I would do is go deep in my crease and give yourself a chance to get under it. He's a big boy. He's dry.
Irwin, you've got to be running at the other end as well.
The in-swinger. Oh, they're going to collide. Two big boys collide. That one was a big in-swinger.
Well, it's on the line here, isn't it? Look at the desperation here. The South African batsman colliding. It's all happening. It's nearly a three-way.
We don't like seeing those, Chris.
8 runs required, 3 balls to go.
Well, we haven't left anything in the bank for you, that's for sure. These sixes have been outstanding. Changing the field now. There's going to be 2 on each side. You got to say, the return of the sixes has been a beauty. The final has lived up to all expectations. But what twist have we got left in the tail? He's edged it, and that's going to be dropped and gone for 4. It was a piece, he got a piece on it, and the wicket couldn't hang on. Let's have a closer look. It's a good edge, and it's just gone over his head for 4. Sohail's got a smile on his face. It's intense, but there's smiles everywhere. 4 from 2. Do you bring the field up, Buck?
This is what you play the game for, though, isn't it? Down to the wire, pressure on. See how good you are. Sohail's been immensely sober. To keep him in the game's been fantastic.
Mate, he swung it. He's gone in swinger. Out swinger. In, out, in. What's he going to do here?
Always swinging as hard as he can, or does he just back away and run one down the third man? There's no one there.
He's thinking about Sohail's thinking that I need a third man. He's yelled out to Tanvir, hey, skip. I wouldn't mind a third man for myself.
He's not fine enough. He has to go finer.
He's literally at backward point now. There's no mid-off. The good thing is Sohail still hasn't taken his cap off. He's stuck with it all day. He's not changing a thing. He's bowled an absolute beauty. And there's going to be a run out. What was the non-striker thinking?
He said, I don't want it. I don't want it. Give it to the skipper.
I tell you what I reckon. He thought to himself, I can't make it there. I shouldn't be on strike. Bring Swainpole in. It might be the greatest thing ever. It also might be catastrophe. 4 runs needed off 1 ball. Look at the shape of that. Oh dear. 1 ball remaining. 4 to win. Would you read about it? Is a tie possible?
I'd given up. I'd given up on Pakistan. This is unbelievable.
I know there can't be anything. A tie can't be possible, let me tell you. Because there's all sorts of things. I think it's wickets lost. It's sundries. It's also sundries. There's all sorts of things.
Well, it's wickets lost, so it's therefore
it would be.
But they're not getting 3 anyway.
We find it hard to match. I tell you one thing for free. Sohail has bowled an absolute peach of an over. They're on their feet in the stands, and in fact, even in the commentary box, they're standing. For the first time ever, I'm actually nervous, Chris. Here we go. He's hit it. It's high in the air. Has it got enough on it? It has. It's a boundary. South Africa win the 2017 Sixers, if you don't mind. The dancing begins. The celebrations are on. South Africa are the 2017 champs.
Finals don't get much better than that, Ryan. It had everything, didn't it?
Well, Pakistan actually made the field a little wide. They didn't have anyone straight, and they were hoping that he could get away with it. But Swainpole stepped up to the plate after retiring and hit his first rock for 4 to win the tournament. What a match. What a tournament. Relax, take your breath, everyone at home, because that is absolutely one for the ages.
Well, you thought the Iceman was Sohail. I mean, what an over that was. Thought Pakistan had no chance, but he kept them in the game with some unbelievable bowling. Then for the skipper, Swainpole, to come out, face 1 ball, and finish it off. It doesn't get better than that.
He was deep in the crease. He played straight. He got enough on it. And he's a very happy man. And I reckon our man on the spot, Gotham, has got the man of the moment.
Well, I'm not sure who's the man of the moment because all of South Africa are men of the moment here. I'll come to the captain first. When you walked out there, what were you thinking?
I didn't even think anything. I just told myself, make contact with the ball and look, keep your head down. And that's what I did. The moment hasn't yet sunk in, so it's been unreal, this tournament. Like I said, we didn't expect like to be playing in the final, but we played every game like it was our last, and that's why we had fun, and that's what we wanted today, I think. But it's still an unreal feeling.
Before that first blast over started, you were favourites, and then suddenly that dramatic run-out happened. What were you feeling when you walked back?
Well, he bowled a very good over the last over, so, hats off to him. And, walking in, facing that difficult times, but, you got to think about the bowler. He's also under a bit of pressure, so, he's going to make mistakes.
You like to control things out there, but when you walked back and saw your captain needing 4 of the last ball, did you have a prayer? Did you have a hope?
No, we back every single player in our team, and I know him well back home, and he strikes the ball well, so I had full confidence in him.
Final thoughts from the captain here as the adrenaline is still flowing. Before the tournament started, if someone said you defend the title, what would you have said?
I would have said no. We only got together at the airport for the first. We didn't have any training. But I think the guys is back to basics, and that's what got us to the thing. We had a few plans for the finals, and it worked out for us tonight. So it's unreal feeling still, so we're getting used to it still.
A cheeky one to finish with. Do you practice as a spinner bowling bouncers?
Not really, but it just happened.
Well, I'll back upstairs to you guys. These guys are elated.
Well, everyone should be. It was fantastic. It was an absolute great game of cricket. It was absolutely fantastic. And there's the winning moment. A boundary. And spare a thought for Cornet's drive. In that run out, he had the presence of mind to not cross and went back and said, no, you take it.
Yeah, you abused him for it too, Ryan. It was terrible commentary, but he knew exactly what he was doing. He was getting his skipper on strike to take the last ball. And what did the skipper do? He finished the game off in style.
You've got a very short memory, Chris Rogers, that's for sure. But it's been an absolute pleasure. And the crowd have come out onto the ground because they want a piece of the action, because I tell you what a tournament, what a final to finish.
And you look back in that Pakistan innings where they lost wickets early, they didn't get their tactics right, and how many balls they missed at the end? Missed out on 3 balls.
3 rocks.
And there's the game. Right there, Ryan.
Absolutely. We've worked that out very well. Lots of happy people, including that mate.
But what about